everyone and welcome back to this new episode. Today is Tuesday 1st of March and we start the month with a nice little green day, plus $26. Honestly, I'm fine with it, I'm happy with it. So what I've done good today? Good, it was that I was waiting for my setup. I was very happy with it. I relaxed. The first 30 minutes of the market were insane, were super choppy. NQ or Nvidia or anything looked like a barcode. Honestly, I'm very happy with that. I did not chase it. I didn't want to trade. Did not push myself. I was like, okay, if the trade appears, I will take it. If not, it's okay. Peace and love. So I'm very happy with it. What was my mistake? It was that when I got in the trade, somehow the emotion starts to enter again. I'm like, oh my God, maybe it was not the best setup. The setup was there. I just need to follow it, accept it, and accept the loss. That's the one things that I really need to prove is that I need to accept wherever it goes. It can be against me, it can be in my side. But no matter what, I have to take the trade because the setup is there. Something that's as well I'm trying to improve and honestly is helping me so much is to move my stop loss in break even. Mentally, in the last 3-4 days, I did not speak about this, but honestly now I can confirm it that in the last 3-4 days, this helped me so much many times to let a bit the green to run a bit to my profit target. Because sometimes I'm like, okay, oh, it reached 1-to-1 risk reward. My goal is usually 2 to 2.5, but at least 2 risk reward. And when it gets to 1, I'm like, oh my God, if it comes back to me, I will go negative. So what I decided is that I will move the stop to break even, and then whatever it happens now, it's a free trade. I will see it like this. It's a free trade. It will be positive or it will be at zero. Today was a mistake a bit on the Dow. I entered in a short, I moved my stop in break even, and unfortunately it came back to me. It touched my stop loss and then it went back to my direction. That was a bit too much, I was a bit too scared and I was like, let's move it right away to break even. I didn't let it breathe a bit. So that was another mistake. Today I end up with 26. Definitely, it's like always, like I always say, I could have end up with much more. Lesson taken, we improve. I'm definitely a much better trader than a few months ago, than 1 week ago, so I'm all good. So I want to show you 3 trades I took today, one in Apple, one in Tesla, and one in the German DAX. So let's go and see it. So I will start with the first one I took, and it was Tesla. Yes, it was Tesla, guys. No, it was Apple. I'm really sorry. It was Apple. What I want to do right now is to show you as well why I was not sure about this trade, but somehow I'm happy it worked. So the opening of the market was around this time. Okay, it was 3.5, was here. And here we can see on the right we have Apple. So Apple had a really nice push at the beginning of the day. And it was one of the only stocks that was really pushing. And as you can see that it passed the previous high, the high of the previous day. Very nice, it broke. It used it as a retest. That one could have been a good entry, but I'm trying to avoid to have entry in the first 10 minutes. So it went up. What I was waiting now is I was waiting for Apple to give me a chance of a retest and a push higher. The only thing that was scaring me, it was the Nasdaq. Here we have the Nasdaq. Let's move it to the 1-minute chart. And let's go back to 3.5. So as you can see, we have Nasdaq. It was like just a barcode. As you can see, it's just up and down, up and down. And if you were here trying to chase a possible break, you will probably getting chopped out. This break was getting chopped out, from the downside as well, getting chopped out. So for that reason I was a bit scared, but I really like the setup. It was a nice break, a nice retest of this level, and we have a 21 EMA. This is literally my best setup. Breaking retest and 21 EMAs as a confirmation, and that's it. The another things was helped me. It was the cumulative delta. cannot see it right now because I need to move to the 5-minute chart. Let me go to the 5-minute chart on Apple so I can show you why as well. On the cumulative delta, I really like that setup. So we are back here, and let's search for the cumulative delta in this side. Okay, perfect, we have it here. So on the 5-minute chart, we can see we have a nice big grid candle here that we're pushing high, and the fact that during this consolidation here, this third candle here, the red one, I was like, okay, you know, the green is still there, is not pushing down. In the 1-minute chart, we had a nice green push and a red one that is the same as the one we had here. So I'm thinking that the sellers are there, but they are still not ready to push the price even more down. The only thing was scaring me, as I said, was Nasdaq, but I entered here, and in the end I took profit. I took half of the profit here, and the other half of the profit I moved it to break even. So I entered somewhere. That was one of my profit. And here was my entry at this green candle here. The close of the green candle I entered. Stop loss was below this. The previous low as well, if it was closing below this level, and the 21 EMA. I took half here, and the second half just got slapped back, and I closed in break even. So it was a little trade, was okay. But, you know, I'm fine with it because I was not really sure about the Nasdaq that was pushing nowhere. That is the point. It was not pushing anywhere. So let's move to the second trade. Let's go to Tesla. And Tesla here, it was my losing trade of the day. That it crushed me a bit, but unfortunately it happens. And here my mainly mistake, I think, it was the fact that I didn't wait for a little green candle that was better as a confirmation that the buyers were trying to set in. I pushed it a bit. So we had a downside in Tesla, a nice push, broke off the previous high, created, you know, a new high, and I was looking at this again. You can see we have a 21, we have a breaker retest of this level. It tested 1, it tested 2. I was waiting just for a confirmation of the 21. That's what I said before. I want both of them to be there. So it arrived here, and I entered. And the moment it touched, thinking about try to anticipate the break and retest. Unfortunately, that did not work. It slapped me back right away, and I got a $20 loss on this one. I tried to cut it as soon as possible, but it was already $20. I could have put a hard stop loss, but I'm trying to avoid to put a hard stop loss, but instead seeing it, because many times I'm getting stopped out with some fake breaks, and it was gonna then snap me back to the green. So I wanted to avoid that. So that was the losing trade. Then we had another trade mainly in the DAX. Well, let's go to the DAX and see where did I took this trade. The mistake on DAX, as I said before, I did not respect my profit target. So the only things as well was scaring me, that is the reason why I took the profit too early, this was the last trade of the day, because it was around 6 in the evening. So what I decided is it started to go here was at 3.5. The New York exchange was opening. We had only lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. And unfortunately, I was focused in other stuff. I did not see the DAX was just making this beautiful lower high, lower low. And what I decided to do, I was waiting for a nice setup, like as always. It was a breaker retest and a 21 EMA. Beautiful. I entered. And my biggest mistake was the fact that I got scared. I thought it was chasing because it was a long downside, and especially this is 1 hour level on the DAX. I was like, is bouncing. It just bounced exactly at that level. It's insane how precisely it is. It just bounced at that level. So I was scared that this was gonna be a much higher bounce. What was a confirmation in my side? Oh my god, I'm just looking for the brush, if I can see it. Okay, I was thinking that this was gonna fly away. The good things of this trade, why in the end I decided to take it anyway, it was the cumulative delta, and I will show you right now. The cumulative delta is very, very helpful. So we can see we have a bounce here. That's a nice bounce, you know. We have like from 1798, so from 13800 to 74. So we have like almost 80 points as a bounce. But as you can see in the cumulative delta, this bounce is not appearing at all. The buyers are not there. This was just some sellers stepping back. The few buyers took the price back to the retest, and then they closed their position because of course they try to get to buy here. They average down, and here they get out with their profit. And then the price just pushed back again. This was a confirmation, and unfortunately I should have been more calm, because I entered and here I moved my stop loss in break even, so it was a free trade. Again, as I said before, I really like it, and instead of waiting for my profit target, it was somewhere here. So because this was a nice trade of like 2.84. That was a very nice 2.84. It was like almost 1 to 3 risk reward, perfect trade. Unfortunately, I get out in the middle, and it came like a 1.5 risk reward. That is very bad, because this kills the green. The green has to be they have to be bigger of the loss. So this was a lesson in my case, and unfortunately, this was the last trade of the day. I had as well other little trades, but they're not worth to show, and not very helpful. Anyways, similar style, similar break and retest, that honestly I'm really enjoying a lot. So this is this is the recap of the day, guys. I hope you liked it, and I hope you can as well tell me anything about these trades, if you don't like them, if you think it is some mistakes, then more than what I already explained. But I think my monitor is giving some crazy background there. Guys, that's it. Thank you very much for everything. Please leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe if you can, and yeah, see you tomorrow for the next episode. Thank you.